welcome to Would I Lie to You, the show where honesty is never the best policy. On David Mitchell's team tonight, a comedian with a career spanning 18 years. To put that into perspective, his career is old enough to vote, to get married, and to reject my advances at a bar. It's Phil Jupitus. And an actress who, in Sherlock, sometimes appears opposite her partner, Martin Freeman, but who tonight is making an exception and is appearing opposite her future partner, Rob Brydon. It's Amanda Abington. And standing in as guest captain is Greg Davies. And on Greg's team tonight, he's not the first choir master to end up with his name on a list, although in his case it was the Queen's birthday honours list. It's Gareth Malone. And, you know, some people are nervous about mentioning this man's height. Not me. I'll happily say it right to his belt. It's Richard Osman. So we begin with round one, Home Truths, where our panellists each read out a statement from the card in front of them. Now, to make things harder, they've never seen the card before. They've got no idea what they'll be faced with. And it's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. And Gareth is first up tonight.
A quick technique I often use to determine if someone has singing potential is to get them to sing Bar Bar Black Sheep as if they are frightened.
David.
Is it? As if they are frightened?
Yes.
And what is it about that tells you anything?
It's to determine whether they can perform.
But
Not just to sing, but whether they can take it to the next level.
Look terrified while singing, because that's the key skill needed in a choir.
Yeah, no, it's more about them. You know, it might be that I want them to get under the skin of a piece of music that I'm going to do later, so I want to see whether they've got what it takes emotionally to connect with the song, even if it is Bar Bar Black Sheep.
Is that one of your favourites, Bar Bar Black Sheep?
Well, it's a very good tune.
Well, look, the talk is cheap. Let's see some of that, and I use this phrase advisedly, Malone magic in action.
Greg, could you sing Bar Bar Black Sheep as if you were frightened, please?
Fine, I'm an incredibly versatile actor. Let's go.
Frightened? Frightened.
OK.
Oh.
Black sheep, have you anyone? Signs.
Yes, sir.
3 bags full.
Can I... Are you being Barry, Robin or Morris? Quite tell.
Well, I think we've established that he's got potential, and the important thing is...
Give me another emotion, Gareth.
No, well, that's...
Yeah, I know, but give me another one. Just...
Well, all right. Sexual joy.
Hang on a minute. Have you
Can I do the frightened one?
Oh, you want to do that?
I don't get to look someone in the eye very often.
You know what I'd love to see? I'd love to see, is there anybody here, do you think, who perhaps doesn't like singing, who might be sat in between... He might be in between his teammates now thinking, oh, I do hope they don't come to me. Is there anyone?
Why don't we ask David to...
OK, all right.
Could you perhaps sing Bar Bar Black Sheep?
Bar Bar Black Sheep, like I'm very frightened.
Go on, David.
OK. Bar Bar Black Sheep, have you anyone? Yes, sir, yes, sir. 3 bags full.
You know that Gareth didn't want you to sing Bar Bar Black Sheep as if you were a sheep, don't you?
But what do you ascertain from what he's just done?
Well, I mean, he can sing in tune, and... absolute broadest sense. Yeah, and making people feel comfortable and, let's not start with the Mozart Requiem. Let's start with Baa Baa Black Sheep as if frightened.
So, what are you thinking of this claim of Gareth's?
I think it's true. Also, you have got to have a thing, if you're auditioning lots of people, you can't think about it with each one. You've got to have a thing you ask everyone to do.
Yeah.
So I think we think
I think we're saying it's true.
I think it's true. OK, Gareth Malone, truth or lie?
It is a lie.
Phil, it's your turn.
Hit him. I am addicted to rescuing loose trolleys at my local supermarket.
Greg's team, supermarkets and trolleys, what do you think?
How often do you do this, Phil?
When I go shopping.
In my experience at a lot of the supermarkets I've been to, there is a person who often deals with...
Yeah, that's Phil.
I'm just wondering, has there ever been any tension between you and the trolley person at your supermarket?
If the trolley person appears, I hide behind a car.
If you go past a canal and you see a trolley that's been chucked in, as is often the case in canals, will you attempt to retrieve that?
I may now, I don't know. It depends how old it is.
The thing is, the fear would be that an old trolley in a canal will not properly tessellate with a new trolley in a Waitrose.
Depends when the trolley's been thrown in the canal.
Of course, it could have been recently thrown in, but you can't tell, really, until you've got it out. And then if you try and make it, mate...
What if it's a Safeway trolley? The Safeway now no longer in business.
But, but they thought that about Labradors and Poodles, didn't they? And somebody managed it.
But can you imagine the psychological...
Are you saying there's going to be a Safeway Tros?
So, is he telling the truth?
I think it's true.
I think it's true.
You think it's true?
Gareth does.
My respected colleague thinks it's true.
Oh,
Hold on.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, well, I'm overruling both of them. I think it's a lie.
You're going to say it's a lie? Yeah. Even though both members of your team think it's true?
That's right.
That's a very, very irresponsible use of power.
Perhaps it is. Mac's not here. This is my bench, and I tell you it's a lie.
Why do you think it's a lie? What about that was unconvincing?
It's irrelevant. I've made my decision.
OK, so you're saying that it's a lie. Phil, were you telling the truth there, or were you telling us a lie?
I was telling the truth.
Tell you what, Greg, this captaincy lark isn't as easy as it looks, is it? OK, our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of Greg's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Gareth. Gareth Malone, what is this, Gareth, to you?
This is my old neighbour, Gareth, and when I was learning a song, he would distract me by singing the same song in his own flat, but in a different language.
Right. Richard Osman, how do you know Gareth?
This is Gareth. When he came to watch a recording of Pointless, I have to ask for him to be moved away from the front row because his behaviour was putting me off my statistics.
And Greg, how do you know Gareth?
This is Gareth. He was the rickshaw driver I once paid to pedal me home. By the time we arrived, he was so exhausted, I let him stay on my sofa.
So there we have it. Gareth's synchronised singer, Richard's pointless punter, or Greg's shattered chauffeur. David's team, who do you want to start with?
Gareth, what language does he sing the song in, or does it vary?
He was singing in English.
So what were you singing?
German.
Ah.
What song?
I think it was Bach's St. Matthew Passion.
That's what I thought it would be.
Yeah. So how often did this happen?
Enough for me to remember to mention it now.
Because if a neighbour was singing a song next door to me, the first thing I'd do would be to translate it back to English.
Yeah.
Sing it as an off-putting kind of...
Yeah.
Especially through a wall. That really cuts deep.
How does it go, Gareth?
I can't remember it in English. You don't really want to hear it, do you?
I'd like to hear it as if you're frightened.
Da Jesus diese Rede vollendet hatte, sprach zu seine Jüngern. Da, 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 da.
And he was singing exactly the same song,
Well,
the other side of a wall.
Yeah, I mean, actually,
In English.
I think upper semitone.
So he's
You've
your
got some
neighbour.
posts.
He's also called Gareth.
Yeah.
He's singing the same song in a different language and a semitone difference.
Almost unbelievable, isn't it?
Now, Richard, what was the behaviour in the front row
Yeah, I
that
wanted to know.
Gareth did that was
Well,
pulling
he-
you off your stat?
I sit very close to the audience on Pointless, where my little desk is, and there's an audience very close to me. Xander is further away for contractual reasons. But lots of people come and see Pointless regularly, and they know if they turn up early, they can sit in the front row, and Gareth is one of those people. And there's a trick that people in the audience here, I'm sure if you've been to lots of shows, know that there's a way of getting yourself on a TV show which is laugh in an unusual way.
Sorry.
So you say, now Amanda will almost certainly be on the show.
Yeah.
That's how... So Gareth had a way of laughing. He didn't do it in the first... Because he'd come for 2 shows. Didn't do it in the first show. And in the second show, he'd clearly developed a laugh that sounded sort of like a donkey braying sort of a laugh every time something funny was said. So he did like 4 times in a show.
Can we hear your version of the laugh?
It'd be like a kind... It'd be like... God, it'd be like a kind of... that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I could hear it all the way through, and so in the first recording break, I said to the floor manager, could you get him moved to the back?
Yeah, can I ask a question at this point? How did Gareth react? Because if we were to pick somebody here and say, sorry, could you go and sit over there, they might be upset. I mean, how did he take
No,
it?
floor managers are very good. They always just say, for camera reasons, we need 3 more people at the back or something like that. You see,
Oh,
they
so
do
he
all the
wasn't
time.
told what the reason was?
No, of course not.
How do you think he feels now?
Well, yeah.
He literally came up to me about 3 days later and said, I know why they moved me. They moved me because I was doing that laugh. And I said, yeah.
In what context did he come up to you 3 days later, and were you alarmed? During a recording, he sauntered up to you while you were halfway through reading out some information and went, by the way,
tapped you on the
Richard,
shoulder.
I know why I got moved the other day, and I know why security are coming for me now.
No, of course not. We have all little recording breaks and stuff like that.
Right. OK,
You
so
know, it's a
during a
TV show.
recording break, he went, I know why I'm laughing normally now.
All right, David, what about Greg?
So, Greg, tell us your story. Not your whole life, you know,
Just the rickshaw bit.
Yeah.
I had a very big celebration in the centre of town.
Oh, where?
What reason?
I was celebrating leaving teaching.
OK.
So I had a very big celebration just after my last night at school,
OK.
which it was ludicrously big.
OK. You emerge from the bar in question,
Yeah.
a little worse for wear.
I was offensively drunk.
A rickshaw.
Yeah.
Why?
If I'm honest, I was showing off. It'd been a day of showing off.
How far did you have to take Gareth?
He had to take me from Central London to Hounslow, which is...
Hounslow?
Yeah. It's something like... It's just shy of 10 miles.
How much was it?
It was £163.
How long did it take, roughly?
I mean, I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know.
I thought you were waiting for the length of time.
So you arrive.
Yeah.
You give him his money. When does the whole idea of offering him a bed for the night?
We didn't even discuss the money because I got off the bike, and by which point I was incredibly sober, and I looked at his face, and it was it was grey. I mean, I genuinely feared for his life. So I said, "Oh my God, you must come in for a bit," and I made him a cup of tea. We're better than that, guys. We're better than that.
Where did he put his rickshaw?
Is that
How did it progress from the cup of tea to the sleepover?
Because honestly, I was sober by the time I
He
got
didn't
home.
say couple, he said, would you like to come in for a bit?
Exhausted from the bit. Biscuits! Fell asleep on the sofa.
Now, let's be clear. You've invited him up for a bit. You go in. What happens?
After the cup of tea, I decided that he was clearly still very close to death. So I said, would you like to crash on the sofa? And I'll give you an extra little detail. As he went past my front garden, he said, what is that? Because I had set fire to my teaching outfit before I'd gone out. When my friends first came round, and there was half of a trouser leg left. And Gareth saw it and went, is that half a trouser leg? Has someone spontaneously combusted?
So, we need an answer. So, David's team is Gareth Malone's synchronised singer? Is he Richard's pointless punter? Or is he Greg's shattered chauffeur?
I've got a horrible feeling he's the pointless punter after all of that.
You think pointless punter?
Yeah.
See, I'm thinking rickshaw driver.
Yeah, the detail that Greg was giving was...
The detail of
Incredible.
the burnt trouser
Yeah.
leg is...
That was like he'd forgotten himself and he was getting into his story. Oh,
Yeah.
this happened. I'm really excited.
But you're discounting Gareth altogether.
Oh, completely, yeah.
OK, so you're going for the two tall guys there, the two lanky dudes.
You know what? We're just two guys.
We're just two people, all
That's what
right?
we are.
The two lampposts there.
We're just...
So, David, what are you going to say?
I'm going to... Because I genuinely...
You're
don't. So
abstaining.
I'm going to go with the team captain's final decision.
If I had a gun to your head, though, Amanda, and don't rule it out, who would you go for?
Greg.
You go for Greg, all right.
Or Richard.
What do you think?
I think Greg.
You think Greg now?
Oh, no.
We'll say Greg.
Let's sing it.
They're saying that it is Greg. Gareth,
He's a pointless contestant.
would you please... I've taken your answer. Would you now observe the rules of the game and please treat this with a little more respect? Gareth, would you please reveal your true identity?
My name is Gareth, and I once distracted Gareth.
Yes, Gareth was Gareth's synchronised singer. Gareth, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Which brings us to our final round, quickfire lives, and we will start with... It is Richard.
Every time I lock my front door, I squawk like a parrot. That way... That way, if I later worry that I didn't lock it, I remember the squawk and know that I did.
David's team.
Quite genuinely, I think that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
As someone who's slightly OCD about locking stuff, and that, what you need is to remember the moment when you knew it was locked.
Bang.
Yes.
And a squawk of a parrot's as good as anything else. Give us a squawk.
Yeah. I can see the door now.
Yeah.
Although I get confused, maybe I think, oh, I squawked and I didn't lock it. And
No,
then I
you
confuse
squawk after you lock.
Oh, OK.
It goes lock, squawk.
And when you do your doorway, I don't know your doorway, but are you in view of neighbours? Have you ever been witnessed doing this?
I'm in hearing view of neighbours that side, not
Hearing view.
I'm in whatever the word for hearing view
Earshot.
is.
Richard, you're coming out of the house, OK?
Yeah.
You're reaching into your pocket to get your keys. Act it out for us.
Shall I be the door?
Yeah, I'll tell you
This
what,
is
why
going
don't
to be
you
the
do door?
worst mime ever.
There's my keys.
Are you going to penetrate Gareth? with that?
If you don't want me to do it, I won't do it.
No, we want you to do it.
It's all good.
No, I don't believe him anymore. No, the squawk was too nonchalant.
Yeah, it was, wasn't
What
it?
you need is the OCD focus.
Yeah.
The squawk is your point of remembrance.
Yeah, own
You
it.
just squawk like you were saying goodbye to the door in parrot language.
By and large, it's quite perfunctory. I'll admit to that.
It's kind of plausible because it's him and he's a bit of an odd bod.
What? What on earth has given you that opinion?
Well, he's so tall.
You know you're saying this in hearing view of me, don't you?
Maybe he does a different
Again.
bird. That's what's going to happen to us. We say, I don't do a parrot, I do this one.
What bird is that?
I don't know, but it's in all the Tarzan films.
It's also reminded me I turned the gas off when I left the house. So thank you.
What do you think? Is it the truth?
I can't believe you do that much stuff when you go out.
I didn't buy the nonchalant squawk. I don't think it's true of Richard.
OK, Richard, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
It is a lie.
Yes. It's a lie. Next.
Oh.
It's Amanda.
I spent years making sure I didn't step on my imaginary pet rabbit. When I finally got a real rabbit, I did just that with disastrous consequences.
Greg's team.
What was his name or her name?
Brian or Henry, I can't remember, because it was a long time ago.
Did you have more than one imaginary rabbit then?
No, it was just one, Greg, come on.
It's a great... Where did the rabbit live? Was he in a hutch in the garden, or was he one of those rabbits that's allowed to romp through the house?
He was on the bottom step of the stairs.
The imaginary rabbit lived on the bottom step of the stairs.
Of the stairs.
And where did you step on the real rabbit?
I was in the garden and we used to let my pet rabbit run around. It was snowing, so there was white everywhere, and he was a black rabbit, and I used to run around with him, and he ran under my foot, and I trod on him.
In the snow?
Yeah, and he died.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Why are you laughing?
Did stuff come out of his mouth?
Lee would never have asked that.
No.
I never thought I'd say it, David, but I miss him.
When you got your new rabbit, what was your new rabbit called? The real rabbit? What was,
Elvis.
Elvis? Do you remember where you were when you heard that Elvis had died?
You've got to ask yourselves this. Does she look like a rabbit killer? Me, I say yes, she does. But does she to you? That's the key thing.
Well, I've got a very firm idea, but
I thought you might.
You had a very firm idea last time, though, didn't you?
I've learnt my lesson. I'm beginning to realise how this programme works. So, Gareth, what's your opinion? I'm genuinely interested.
I'm... No, I don't... Do you know what? I don't know.
Oh. Richard?
I think true.
You think true? OK. I don't think true, based on the
So you
not
think
being able to
false?
remember the name of her own imaginary friend, but... Casting vote.
Oh, gosh. All right. OK, I'm going to go true.
Then, against my better judgment, we as a team will say that that's quite clearly rubbishly nonsensical story is true.
You say it's true. Amanda, truth or lie?
True.
Yes! Yes!
Yeah, it's true. Next. It is Greg.
I once invented a language so I could speak to my sister in secret. I even gave this language its own name.
What's the name of the language?
It is not a word that you will have heard of, and the word is cushion.
Cushion.
What?
Yeah.
So
Cushion.
like cushion, but cushion.
Yeah.
And could you say something in cushion?
Yesh.
What
Could you say something more? Is that what yes is in Cushion?
I didn't claim that the language was sophisticated. I would say you're arbitrarily adding a sort of shk sound.
So do a sentence.
OK. Ashk mench... Ashk amshk.
It's obviously been a long time since...
I lashkliam in joishking the experience of would I lash to you?
You sound like the chef on Sesame Street.
If it's so simple, what did I say then?
You said I am loving the experience of what I like.
No, I didn't. I said I'm largely enjoying the experience of what I like to you. So it looks like it's not as simple as you live.
So, where did the name for this language, Cushion, come from?
I honestly can't remember, but it was called Cushion. And I can tell you, part of the language, and I'm afraid I can't explain this to you, would be sometimes mid-sentence, sometimes at the end of a sentence, just to loudly proclaim, Cushion!
Cushion is talking with random shks, if you can squeeze them in, and occasionally going cushion in the middle or at the end of a sentence.
You know, my parents... my parents didn't... they didn't work out cushion, as simplistic as you clearly think it is. They didn't work it out, so...
They didn't work it out. When you said, I squunched to go to the shops, they went, oh, what on earth is he saying?
Oh, my God! Hang on, David. Cushion!
So, David, he's been quite fulsome, a lot of detail, but is it the truth or is it a lie?
What do you think?
Well, I believed him up until the point where he went, Cushion! And then I...
He's enjoying Cushion
Yeah,
far too
he's
much.
enjoying it.
Although he could be enjoying it with the fact that his
Yeah,
sister is
yeah.
watching their secret language being outed.
Yeah.
She won't dislike it. She'll be Ashkelushklis delishtish.
I don't. I don't.
And that, my friends, so far is the biggest cushion of them all!
It's not inconceivable, but it is unlikely.
What do you think? Truth or lie?
Lie?
Lie, let's do it.
Lie.
You're saying it's a lie? OK. Greg, truth or lie?
Aishk, washk, telishk, the trushk.
And that noise signals time is up. It's the end of the show. I can reveal that Greg's team have won by 4 points to 2. But of course, it's not just a team game. My individual liar of the week this week is Gareth Malone. Gareth Malone. Something those military husbands might want to think about next time they leave you alone with their wives. Good night.